Starburns Audio.
Thank you for listening to the Starburns Audio Podcast Network. We have so many great comedy shows to add to your playlist. Just last week on Starburns Audio, on the Season 2 premiere of Humans Who Make Games, Adam Conover talks to comedian Ron Funches and Jean Goudon, creative director of the Assassin's Creed series. On Boogie Monster, Kyle Kinane and Dave Stone share a perfect recipe for the quarantined cook. This week on Profiles and Eccentricity, they cover the history of the Khorasan Unity cult, folks for whom a flat earth is ridiculous because they believe it's really a concave shell. Search Starburns Audio on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or any podcast platform for our full list of shows, featuring hosts like Joe Coy, Amanda Seales, Jessica Chobot, and Jackie Johnson. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Starburns Audio. Enjoy the show. Stay safe, stay healthy, and keep laughing.
It's a good show.
Dan and Ren and Jay will share tales of folks so unaware they lack in grace and sometimes choose the life they choose will make the news. Breaking down each epic fail in Florida, there's half-price bail. I'm happy to say they couldn't make this up. So listen to our podcast jam with co-host Arm and Dan. Bender, don't be a jerk, cause when the music hits, the funny hits, and we are gonna take you down. Stick around. Make a sound, hunker down, it's Dumb People Town.
Hey, Townies, welcome to another episode of Dumb People Town. Population you?
Population hilarity. That's what we got on our hands today. Two ladies who we
Two of
love.
our favorite ladies in the world. I had so much fun working with them on their amazing show, which I am going to say right now will resurface somewhere. I believe
we
that it will
hope.
resurface.
I'm like
Playing House, by the way. and
remember
it's
in
Lennon
Great
and Jessica.
Expectations with Pip
Yeah.
and Miss Havisham, and she's
Yeah.
the only thing I remember about that book is that she's still wearing her wedding dress that
Yeah.
from somebody who
Yeah.
never came. That's what I'm like. I
feel
won't.
like-
I still think it's coming back, and Lennon's like, you gotta
Don't take
let
it off.
go.
The show's not coming back, but the Xfinity commercials are. Is that okay?
Yeah, man. This
That's all
paid
right
for the
with
whole
us.
Paid
show.
for the whole show. I know.
I'm down.
The show is Playing House, and our guests are Lennon Parham and Jessica St. Clair. I love you guys so much. We
We
did
love you
your
guys.
awesome podcast, Womp It Up.
Woo!
We womped it up.
You
You
sure
sure
did.
did.
Jessica Wampler was. We actually put Jessica Wampler in a. Is it Jessica Wampler?
Marissa.
Wampler. We put Marissa Wampler in an uncomfortable place.
Yeah.
Which I thought we could
Is
never
rare.
do.
It was weird. I was like, I feel sick. And I usually make other people feel sick. But you know what's great about being with you guys is Lennon and I are as close to being identical twins as you could
You
get.
are. You
Your
have the
chemistry
chemistry.
is unbelievable.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
No, but it is kind of insane.
Wish we could bottle it, sell it at Milk Bar.
You guys
Sell it
do
at a
have
dry
that.
bar?
And she just is like,
Yeah.
yeah, a dry bar.
Twin milk, right?
You can sell your own milk,
Twin
honey.
friend milk.
Everything's closed up shop for me.
All right, fine.
Wouldn't be my real milk, weirdo.
Dan just had his tubes tied. Is that weird?
No, that's not weird at all.
What is
he
that?
had to. He
Like
had to.
weird to share or weird?
No, because I don't think a guy can have his tubes tied. Is that right?
No, there's more of a cutting
Yeah,
process,
that's right.
Hey.
which I have not had.
Good.
Good that you haven't had it.
Well, here's the deal, guys. We believe that the world is getting dumber. The world is getting dumber, or dumber is getting louder, or dumb and smart are fighting, and dumb is winning. Dumb is
Okay.
just beating it up.
or smart is like a bunny and dumb is petting it too hard.
They're like,
Yeah,
stop
Lennying
petting.
it. Lennying it.
Stop letting the bunny. And the only way to fight back is through our stories. And we get wonderful stories sent to us by our dumb ears on the ground. They're not dumb, but they're just out.
Their ears are.
They're hunting for it. They're
Right.
like,
They're sniffing
do
out
you
the
remember
dumb.
like when the Native Americans could speak a whole language just by the wind talking,
Yes.
just talking through the wind?
I don't
Sure.
remember that, but I have heard tell of
You've
it.
never wind talked before?
No, not in my
But
life.
honestly, I bet if we asked Lennon to win talk, she could do something
Give me
that
your
seems
best
like it.
impression of a what
What
you
were they?
Silent. It would be silent.
I want you to have a whole wind talk conversation with
I
you
do
right
do that, I think, with emotion though. Like I come in and I assess the situation silently, and I'm like, okay,
Like instantly
having a rough day, cried all
Yes.
morning.
That's me. By the way, everything.
All
I'm
those
the
things.
only person she sees every day, and I'm usually
Had a rough
cried.
morning, cried all
Usually
morning.
done both on the way to work.
Just had a chemical peel.
Sure, I did. Yeah, I just wanted to tell the listeners that I did just have a very severe laser pointed at my face.
What is this, round 3?
My lips are numb right now.
Which, by the way, is my
Yeah.
favorite go-go song.
My
Our lips are
Yeah. So I feel a little off, and I'm having a little trouble pronouncing different words.
We can understand
But
you.
Yeah,
it's
you're
gonna
fine. You're
peel.
making sense.
It's gonna
Sounds
reveal
good.
a younger baby skin underneath this
Can't wait.
old
This
lady's
It's like when a
skin.
snake
Yeah.
molts
Yes.
and the thing goes off.
The molting hasn't started yet, but it may mid-podcast, and I'll let everybody know.
Sure.
Guys,
We'll document
let
it.
the molting begin.
Begin.
Daniel, do we have stories?
We do. Let's do one.
Let's do it.
This
As,
was-
as a group.
Send us by local townie Tantrum Dan at Tantrum Dan on Twitter. TANTRUM
Which,
DAN.
why isn't there is tantric sex?
Yeah, it should
Why
be
isn't there
tantrum sex.
You're just mad.
Where you just
Cry.
get real mad at all the things your spouse has done.
No!
Just like
Yeah.
take out the fucking trash, and they're like, "Oh, I'm there," you
It's
know.
a full tantrum where you're like cry talking. I don't want to. We're leaving. Let's go. Get up off the floor.
Yes.
I think I just stare at him and let him have whatever he needs to have,
Yep.
and be like, when you're done,
With your tantrum sex.
we can leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can be done
We
with
can
this
be
sex.
done with this
Yeah.
sex.
Yeah.
When you're
finished.
done.
I'll turn this bed around.
Yeah, I'll turn this.
Well, I don't know what that does, but I'll turn this bed around.
I see you're having a lot of big feelings right
Right
now.
now.
Wind talk.
And I'll wait.
And I'll wait.
I'll wait.
And I'll
Let's
wait.
just work
I
them
understand where they're coming from.
I've been there.
It was a rough morning. You cried all morning.
The calmer Lennon gets, the worse
The
it
words,
is for
right, the
other
more
person.
angry she is. All right.
Here we go. A drunk driving suspect reportedly mixed Xanax and booze before telling an arresting officer they were just trying to live their life like Jesus.
Okay. Is that what happens?
I don't know. Maybe I'm back on Christianity if that's what we get to do now.
So wait, they mixed it in front of when
They
you
got-
when you
they
say it
got
like this, I
arrested.
can see them. They put it in. They like
Well, they're
took
talking
out.
to the cops. No, I hear you. What did
Yeah,
Next,
that's what I'm. Is that what happened? I'm
No.
being
No,
legit.
no.
Okay.
They had it first, then they drove shitty,
Yeah.
got pulled over,
said,
and
I'm
then
just trying to live my
life
Jesus.
like Jesus.
I let Jesus take the drugs.
Look,
I see.
Randy and I said on stage this past weekend, we were talking about Jesus as we sometimes want to do.
Right, Jews
And
for Jesus. Everyone knows
Sure.
that's a big.
We
cause
said
of
that
yours.
was the original CrossFit, what he was doing, because he looked good. Like Jesus.
He wasn't gaining weight up
No,
there.
he had good abs.
Flipping
I said
marble
I
tables.
would
Wasn't.
kill. I said I would kill for those abs. As a Jew,
we would kill him.
I would
for
kill
those
him
abs.
for those abs. And then the crowd got mad at me, and I was like, "We did it once. We'll do it again."
He had a
Turn this
very
bed around.
hipster, like a millennial hipster body. In that nowadays, yeah, it's like people like their men with like a thin waist. I don't want that.
You don't want to. You want a man with women's hips.
Yeah, exactly.
Wider waist, right?
A wider waist. I want than mine.
You
at
want a
least.
wider waist than yours. Yes.
Yeah, I don't want
yeah,
to feel like
okay.
I'm with another woman. If I wanted that, then I would be with Lennon. And
Yes.
I've asked her several
Several
times.
times.
if
I'm
that
Not
would be-
available.
Nope, not
I'm
available.
not available.
I personally
Emotionally,
have
she's
never
not
felt more seen than right now.
Yeah,
Dan, you are being seen
The
in a
three
way.
of us are wide enough to enter this conversation.
exactly. All three of you, I would take
a wide enough
for
berth.
tantrum sex. I would
There we
do
go.
it. I would
Just you
do
would
it.
let us have our tantrum and be done
Yep.
with it.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
just
So
want
you-
more pizza, and I'm going to cry in front of the fridge about it.
sure.
Okay.
And was there a point in time where like you couldn't see the tire tracks, and that was when Jesus was driving?
That's when Jesus drove.
That's when
Yeah.
Jesus took the wheel.
That was he took the wheel.
Nicole Ann Mintner. Mintner. M-I-N-T-N-E-R.
Yes, because Minter would be ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Nicole-
one too many N's.
Nicole-
I'm gonna say it.
That's a tough.
Mintner.
Ann
Mintner.
Although
Mintner.
Mintner does feel like a character that will appear on Womp It Up at
That's
some
oh
point.
yes, that would be good.
That's
And
and they
will
don't call
only be
first name.
Only be referred to as Mintner.
Yes,
well, have you talked to
Mintner.
Mintner about it?
Mintner.
Mintner.
I wanted to go by her initials, Nam. She had been sleeping
Too
at
soon.
Yeah.
Too soon.
She had
Scorched
been
earth.
sleeping at the wheel of a silver Dodge parked at 10 p.m. Sunday at a construction area on State Road 54 and Northeast 40th Street. Add
I'll
that
just
to the dumb
pull
people
it
tell
over
walking
here.
tour.
Yeah.
According to an arrest report from a Sumter County Sheriff's Office, the car's hazard lights were activated and the engine was running. Which means
here's
on
the
some
deal.
level, she was like, I'm going to pull over. I'm going to put the hazards on.
Which
I'm gonna
I
go to
think
sleep.
good on her.
For putting the hazards on, being there's a hazard here.
I'm
Yes.
the hazard. And also, like, I get that she has to be punished, but I mean, she wasn't driving at the time
I know,
when
but
they
you gotta-
found
The deal
her.
is you got to take
You
the
take
key
keys out.
If this is what we tell all of our people who are listening, if you are driving and you've had a little bit to drink and you fall asleep, just make sure you take the keys
Key
out,
out.
and you will not get a DUI.
Yeah,
There
keys
you
in,
go.
show intent to drive.
Car has to be off.
Car has to be off, keys out of the ignition. Car's
What if
in.
it's freezing?
What if
Keys
it's
in
keyless?
ignition
What
show
if it's
intent to
keyless?
drive.
Keyless. Car can't be on.
That's
Right.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
I mean,
also
I
one
get
of your
why.
causes is getting people off of
No,
their
we want to
DUIs.
encourage them to be like, don't drive home.
Guys.
If you made
Got
that
it.
mistake,
We're
go
just
to
trying to teach you
Yeah,
how to
Uber
skirt the
it.
system. Uber
Yes.
home and then have tantrum sex.
A lot
Yeah.
of these dumb people drive cars. Notice that.
Oh, yeah.
I noticed that.
Fact. Notice that.
Fact.
When roused, Nicole Ann Minter admitted she had taken Xanax. I hope that's how she came out of the sleep. I took Xanax.
Xanax.
Yeah.
Being woken up. Ma'am? Ma'am.
I took Xanax. That's
Are you
it.
awake then? No.
No.
Yeah, you talked to us.
That's the
And
first
can
thing.
you take, because there have been showing like drugs are the same as, drugs,
Yes.
right, during like
Same
Memorial Day
impairment.
weekend, where you're always like, I should not be on this road.
No.
Like if they're giving so many warnings.
I shouldn't be anywhere.
Why should I should
near
stay
cars.
home, put trash bags on my window,
Yeah.
and don't do a
Get all your
goddamn
fireworks
thing.
out
Yeah.
on the edge of that dock. Drink a 16-pack.
That's right. Fire them off.
But don't go anywhere. Anyway,
Do not.
This is one of the stories I love about this woman. She refused to remove her sunglasses. It's
That's so
nighttime.
good.
She was already asleep in her car.
Ma'am, could
Ma'am?
you please
Ma'am?
remove your
I didn't take
sunglasses?
Xanax. I'm on Xanax. Okay, you
Ma'am,
are? Yeah.
That is a Xanax-y move, though. The
Yeah.
glasses will not come off.
No.
You take your sunglasses off?
nope.
Sounds
Nope.
like a cocktail, like a Tom Cruise risky business. Like
Yeah.
I could see him doing that.
She just talked above the, looked above the glasses. Like, I'm not taking them off, but you can see my eyes and I can see it.
Da-na-na-na-na-na. Yeah.
And why do you have to take your? Do you have to take your glasses off of the
Right.
police
You have to do
officer
whatever they
asks?
tell you to do, apparently.
That's not right, though.
Right. She's like, these are my readers.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
They're tinted.
I'm still transitioning.
The rest of the sentence starts very aggressively, then ends in a funnier way. She refused to remove her sunglasses and twice slapped a deputy on the shoulder. She's like, "Hey, you! Hey,
Yeah.
Get over here.
Hey, good job. Thanks for
you know
for
what?
coming
You're
and
out
checking
here.
it out.
You guys are doing it. You got me."
Don't touch Dale. Do not touch Dale. He does not What? like it This when you guy? touch it. He does not like it when you touch it. Well,
She's also doing that drunk thing that people do when they really like their sunglasses, that they want to see their sunglasses on you.
Yes. Dale,
Dale,
come
put
on.
these on.
Could you try these on?
I don't want them on.
Ma'am, I don't want
One of us is wearing these the rest of the time we talk. And if you don't want it to be me, it's gonna be you, asshole.
She slapped me twice.
It's also midnight, I think. 10 p.m.
10
10
p.m.
p.m. I love it.
Has-
And was she driving with those on?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
definitely.
She
course
needed
she
one more
was.
impairment in the
Yes.
driving
There might have
process.
been like a 7-Eleven sign that was shining too bright, like
Yeah, put them on.
Rationer style.
Give her
These hazards are bright.
She might have been crying. That's a good move of mine. If you need to cry in a public place, put
There
your
you go.
sunglasses on. Often, actually.
One
if
time
you're-
at a Tender Greens, I started to cry, and Jess took off her sunglasses and put them on me, and I was like, "No,
I
want the
everyone-
world here in the
We
world.
are
this is who I am right now."
I don't know who's coming into a Tender Greens in Hollywood. I was like, put these on.
But that just explained both of you so to a T. By the way, I walk into a Tender Greens expecting to see 6 people crying. The name of the place is Tender Greens.
The
Why do we
Tenderest of
insist
Greens.
on going there? We go there.
It's not that
all-
good.
No,
it really
you know where to
doesn't
go?
taste
And Lena,
that
I
good.
saw you here once, and I was
Sweet
like,
Greens.
nobody needs to have our
Sweet
lunch
Greens
interrupted.
kicks the shit
Sweet
out of
Greens.
Sweet
Greens.
Yeah,
That's
that's
right.
That's
Tender
right.
Greens.
It's a better
Tender
spot.
Greens is the steel
You can-
magnolias of lunch places. It's just, you know, you're
Just
gonna
weeping
The
people.
best movie of all time.
Yes, but it will
The
just
best
cause
meat
the,
and 2 sides you've
it'll
ever had.
Cause the emotions to
No,
come
but
up.
the fact that you were like, I want people to see me cry at a Tender Drink.
We had our biggest fight outside of Baja Fresh.
Girl.
parking
It was in a
lot.
parking
It was
lot.
in an underground.
Where
no, it was
that
above
Bed
ground.
Bath
but-
& Beyond used to be.
Yo.
Yes. Wait, you're talking about the one, the Baja Fresh by like the Beverly Center?
No, that's an open air
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
shopping center.
No, this was
was-
in a parking lot right in front of where people were taking out their to-go orders. We decided to have, because I had done something rude, like talked, like made a call about
Oh,
something.
this is
the
by Hungry
two of us-
Cat.
Yes.
Everybody
I know
cares
exactly.
about
I know,
this.
well.
Add that to the
But
walking
we
tour.
both had our sunglasses on because we were both crying. And to this day, I actually have no memory of what that fight was about. And I bet you could recreate it line for fucking line. I know I did something
was it about?
wrong, and I had to apologize
You've
for
done
it.
so much wrong. So it all blends
I don't
together.
honestly remember the specifics.
But you remember the fight.
And
You guys were going at it.
I remember we fought and we were crying.
but
and we were
it's
both wearing
fighting.
sunglasses, and it was in a dark parking lot, and
Yeah.
people were watching us.
But it's a cry fight. It's not like a fight. Like we're
You
not
weren't
screaming. We're
getting
not
physical.
a cat
No,
fight.
no.
No, it's more like.
It's a fight that if people.
but that's what it made me feel like.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Is when I felt that way because you were making me feel that way. Was what I felt.
And you know
it.
what? We don't do that kind of fight anymore because we're too tired.
Yeah, you've got kids.
Once you have kids and they've
Forget
already
it.
like let loose on you, their wild emotions, I don't have any time for that.
No,
so
your kids have sucked the ability for you guys to cry fight.
That's correct.
They've taken away your ability to cry fight, and maybe that's the hardest thing about being a parent.
True. Also,
I'd
even
be
with
able-
your husband, you're just like,
It is
I'm
sad.
just so disappointed in
right.
you.
God
But like, I
damn it.
actually would rather go to sleep right now than talk this
When the,
out.
the
Yeah, we're
person
not
in your
going
life
there.
looks at you, is like, "Do you want to have this fight?" And you're like, "No,
Nope.
no, I don't."
Nope.
Do you
I
know
won't.
what? And then you say to them, "But you understand what it was going to be about?" And like, "Yep."
Yep.
And
Yep.
so we're just at the end. We can do the end part.
Yeah, exactly. That's so good. That's the evolution of a relationship.
So I love.
So I
when
just want
do
you to know,
get
I'm
into
gonna
a fight
I'm
with
gonna
my
sleep
kids.
in the other room, not because I'm mad at you, because I'm gonna get a better night's
Nice sleep.
Right.
Yes.
So that's how we're ending this.
But we're okay.
Everyone's
We'll be
so
fine
evolved.
in the morning. But we've in our
We
minds
will
we've
be
had this
fine.
fight.
I also
Exactly.
took Xanax because I wanted to be more like Jesus.
It's like even with restaurants where you're like, "Do you want to spend 20 minutes figuring out what to eat, or we both settle on the unhealthy thing we both secretly want right now and just order pizza?"
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
Put in the order for that chocolate lava cake that you got to say
Do it
at
now.
the beginning.
40 minutes.
You gotta do it 2 hours ahead of time.
Yeah.
Nicole Ann Minter, quote, was extremely uncooperative and would not take part in field sobriety exercises at the scene.
Just wearing sunglasses. There's no
Will you
reason.
walk in a straight line? Nope.
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 No.
In the Illinois native's vehicle, which means I guess this is somewhere else, prescription Xanax was found along with 4. This is
Bartles and
my
James.
mom.
I was gonna
My
say
mom,
Four Locos.
Diane. We are
Yes.
we are up Diane Boulevard
We're
with
Diane
what I'm about to
Lane
read.
here.
We are.
We're on Diane
We're
Lane.
on Diane Lane.
We are all on Diane
Along
Lane.
with the Xanax, they found 4 empty Sutter Home Sangria bottles.
I knew it. I knew it. Just she might have been having a low blood sugar moment because that shit is like you might as well have 17 chocolate
know.
sundaes.
Did you guys ever do
Sutter
a storyline about that? Like there was
No,
a
we
certain
should've.
drink on your
Oh,
show
we
that you guys
absolutely
Zima.
should have.
Zima, but like was
Yeah.
there
Who
one?
Who was a Zima drinker?
Keegan.
Oh, Keegan, yes.
Keegan liked the Zima.
Keegan
That's
hit
right.
the Zima hard and then made like a bunch of inappropriate
that's
phone
right. He
calls
kinda-
and almost kissed me when he was
That's
still
right.
married.
That's right.
Sutter
Yeah.
Home should hire some comics to just let them do creatively whatever they want with their commercials, and they
On-
would bounce all the way back out of
It
like
would.
the plastic wine
I would drink
Walgreens
a Sutter
aisle.
Home 100%.
Sutter,
A
Sutter
cold one.
Homes is like, so Boone's Farm is where you go when
Yes,
you're a
Boone's.
teenager.
Yeah.
Strawberry
Sutter
wine.
Home is
Yeah.
where you're retired
Yeah.
when you get over to the
Get older.
Sutter.
The Sutter Home.
Same thing, but just
Where are you staying now that your kids are out of the house? We're staying at the Sutter Homes.
They
Yeah,
have a lot
they
of
visit us.
group activities.
Yeah.
4 empty
like-
Sutter Home Sangria bottles in the center console. She's living her life in
Is
the
that
open.
like are those, they come in 4-packs, right?
Yep.
I'm sure they do.
It's not full bottles.
No,
Okay.
yeah.
Just checking.
They're
They're
little
tiny.
for the road
on
bottles.
our nom here.
When asked about the Sutter Home Sangria, Nicole told the deputy, quote, "Jesus drank wine and so did I."
Except, yeah, I mean that is kind of wine, but it's kind of
She's
not.
figured it all out, guys.
When we drink wine, we're drinking Jesus' blood. I'm looking at
That's
people
right.
who aren't
If you're
Jewish,
in
right?
a church and it's been blessed.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
you're
that's
doing the
just
full
wine.
Eucharist.
You're drinking some guy named Jesus' blood.
Yeah.
It's a different thing.
Right. So that she doesn't quite have it right, but okay.
Well, what I'm trying to figure out though is So Jesus, I get the Xanax because he was chill.
Yeah, very.
In the face of a lot of fucked up shit, he was really like taking it and just like not. Yeah, he wasn't like going crazy on people. He's like Pontius Pilate. You fucking
he could have been
betrayed me.
That's right.
But
Even when they whipped him, he was like, "I'm not gonna say a word."
No,
to these
he's gonna
people."
take it.
Yeah.
Everybody relax.
But the drunk part, I'm trying to figure out because the drunk part is like what? That he was like the life of the party? I don't know.
I don't know either.
He certainly was good in catering.
Yeah,
because when he had to turn that shit.
water into wine, everybody
Yeah.
got
and
some.
loaves of bread into fish.
Yeah.
Which,
But
by
I
the way,
don't know if I'd be like, Jesus is my first person I want at my party.
I know it's
No,
better
he
for you,
flips the
but to
table.
me, loaves
a
of
lot
bread
of
into fish
rules.
is somewhat of a lateral move. I mean, I get the water into wine is fine, but what if you're like, I just wanted to eat some bread?
It was loaves and fish. He
He doubled
multiplied
it.
it.
Oh, he
more
made it
He
into
didn't,
more
he
stuff.
didn't turn a bunch of loaves into a bunch of fish.
That's what I
Yeah.
thought he did. He made loaves of bread into fish.
No, he
No.
fed. There was not enough, but for only the Richies, and so he multiplied it.
I could
and
see
fed
in
all the
my
poor
Jewish
people.
mind, I thought he had a bunch of awesome loaves of bread and then turn them into fish.
Holla.
And people were like, wait. We
No,
wanted
you
that.
you need something to sop
Yeah,
it up.
yeah.
The juices, you know.
The
juices
juice.
of a roasted.
Nobody ever
roasted
sits down and is
trout.
like, I'll
Of a
just have this fish and nothing else. Don't
You know
have
how you're
fish.
like, honey, give me a piece of bread. I got to get some of this tilapia juice up here.
My family,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
never
In
serve. That's like the staple. You serve like Wonder Bread, like white Wonder
Where
Bread
are you
with
from?
fish.
The Midwest?
Yep, Northern Illinois, little farm
That's
town.
correct.
Rochelle.
Yes.
You when you go to a brunch in the Midwest, they have 17 carbs.
Yes.
And that's it.
Yeah,
and,
that's it.
and I was at a brunch where they served a cinnamon roll as the appetizer to a lunch.
No.
Where do I sign
Yeah.
up?
Yes, it was delicious, but you feel so tired and sad afterwards.
It's fine. It's
Not
like,
if you've been eating it all your life.
That's right.
That's true.
You
I'm
build
not-
up an immunity. It's like, you know how a certain being in the old days would take a little bit of poison so that they
Yes.
couldn't be. Yeah.
It's like when you stop at one of those like roadside gas stations and get a Cinnabon as a snack.
Oh my God.
Lennon,
Just
what
like
did
a
your
quick
grandmother,
Cinnabon.
your grandma money, not
Yeah.
money, money used to give you like an enormous
A pound bag of Skittles.
and just as a,
That was
There you
like
go.
the weekend treat.
and she would just
I would just
work
eat it the
through
whole weekend.
Just work.
You
Yes.
work through it. There's a point in time where you're like, I
Ices.
can't do
By the
anything.
Chocolate
by the
bars,
middle, you
Coke,
hate it.
Cokes.
Like you hate it with like about
Never
a
did I
third
hate
left.
it.
Never
No,
did
you
you
just kept going.
Never.
Just kept going.
Kept going. I would mash them together, make that beautiful flour with a yellow center, see how different flavor combos go together, and just watch Days of Our Lives or Wheel of Fortune or whatever was on.
That's
That sounds like a
what
great day.
You did. That to me,
Like
that
now
sounds
that I
like
have kids, I'm like, I want to do that.
That is a different version
When you're
of
a
Ice Cubes
grandparent,
today was a good
you
day.
could do that.
Yes.
That is an old white woman's Ice Cube.
Today
was a good day. He messed around and got a triple double. You had a
Triple double Jeopardy.
Yeah. The daily double.
During the ride to the Sumter County Detention Center, Mittner, that's Nicole, quote, continuously would scream and threaten to urinate in the patrol car.
Oh.
Yeah. At the
She had
jail,
four Sutter home.
She is a 4-year-old. She is having a straight up
Yes.
tantrum.
Yeah, that's right.
At the jail, as the deputy was trying to explain field sobriety exercises, Nicole kept talking over the deputy and at one point began singing Amazing Grace.
It's just like she saw this one but she had a bad voice. Like there's no way she has a great voice. Stop.
She's
Stop.
committed to this
Okay,
bit.
here's what we're going to do. We're going to do the ABCs, all right? No, that's not the part we're doing right now.
I was lost.
Yep, and then we found you by the side of the road today. So,
Thank you for that.
Stop talking over us. We just need to get the I'm found.
Right.
We are legally required to. I have to finish
you
what
were
I'm
blind
saying.
because you wouldn't take the sunglasses off.
She's not letting me finish. I need
to finish.
I don't want the sunglasses.
She then threw her socks at a camera set up to record the
No.
field sobriety test.
No, her sock.
But here's the part thing to me.
Which
The
is
part
like
where the
the
humor
least-
is to me is her getting the socks off before
yes!
she's thrown them. What are we doing? What's happening? You're taking your socks
She
off?
falls over
Like,
twice.
this seems like a good, like, for me, if I'm a police officer, this is like a fun night.
It's a fun.
Oh, you're looking forward to be like, I have so much to tell my wife or
you know,
husband when I
the
get
people
home.
are like, we're gonna watch this tape again.
Yes! Yes.
This is going at the
You're
Christmas
looking at your
party.
friends being like, you're getting all this, right? Because
Because there is nothing better, like that Reese Witherspoon where she starts
Do you know
being
who I
all
am?
rude.
Do you know who I
Yeah,
am?
is one of the most captivating pieces of
I know.
film that I've ever seen. Because it's like,
Guys, she's in talks to do Legally Blonde 3.
3
I'm
announced
so
today.
excited.
Announced today.
I'm telling you
if
right
you
now.
and I don't play manicurists in that, I'm going to be so fucking pissed.
I'm going to get so
Absolutely.
mad.
After I said that about her, though, I probably won't get it.
I do think.
Great.
I do.
Back up the tape.
All right,
Roll it back.
roll it
Roll
back.
it back, reel to reel.
That
St.
movie's
Clair
going to be
just threw her socks
huge.
at us.
Yes.
Okay, so then she.
Threw her
There's more.
socks.
I
Which,
lost
by the
it.
way, you know both the socks didn't hit the.
Or
Neither
did
one
she
of them.
ball them up?
What was
She might
she
have
trying to do? Like cover it? Like
I
a
don't know.
condom?
She just
Like
threw
over the
it at
sock
it, like
Like
condom?
lamb chop. She tried to lamb chop the camera.
I hope before she threw it, she asked all the cops, "You think I'll get it? Tell me before I throw it. Who
Yeah.
thinks I'll get it? Who
I'm
thinks
like-
I'm not going to get it?"
Ma'am, put your socks in. Amazing! I just wish she would like pull off both socks while standing up. She could have sat down and done it, but
Oh.
as she's leaning over to she falls over 3 or 4
Yes,
times.
of course.
Did you guys
yeah.
ever read The Art of Tidying,
No.
Lennon?
I only read a little bit of it.
I read like 3 pages, but I got to the part. This woman
That's
has
the
like
joy,
a,
the like nothing in your house it doesn't give you joy. That
threw
one.
out. That's all we read, and we started throwing shit out. I remember that. Is we were
That's
like,
true,
doesn't give me
though.
joy,
That's a
throw
good
it out.
rule.
I didn't like that book.
It's a great
It's a
thing.
crazy book, but she also
You actually
says
threw that book out because it was not good.
I did. No, because it was stressing me out because I
know.
was sitting
I
there and
gave
I
it
was
to
like,
her.
I don't want to read this, but
Right.
you're judging me. But she says that your clothes can feel if you're not caring for them lovingly, like they feel it. So like if you ball, she does not want you to ball a sock up because she says, how would you feel if you got balled up like that? She wants you to lovingly roll them like a Cinnabon and place them lovingly in your thing. Who the fuck is doing that?
I have no
I
idea.
guess if you only have 4 socks.
Yeah,
They're
That's right.
perfect
Thrown out
socks.
the
That's
other
the
ones.
idea. Is that they're all like you value everything, and so
That's
you
right.
take really
and you
good care
need
of
to treat
it,
them with respect.
and you have a special place for it in the drawer.
But for real, she knows that socks don't have feelings. She just,
I don't know.
This
she
is more of-
doesn't know that.
she
This was
has to-
translated from Japanese, I think.
Was it?
Marie Kondo or whatever.
I don't know. I
Forgive me if
Well,
I
those
got it
people
wrong.
live in drawers. So
Some Japanese people do live
At
in drawers.
Sklar Brothers
Stop.
on that one.
That was just some people.
I said some people.
Fair
You
enough.
said
Fair
those
enough.
people.
Fair enough.
I meant to say some people.
I don't know, some of them.
Okay, ready for this?
Yep.
So she's now. This is where we're at so far. Sunglasses, wine, Xanax, hit the cop twice, refused to do anything, screaming, threatened to pee.
Singing socks
Yes.
in the camera.
Yes. During the breath test, Mittner expanded her cheeks as if she were blowing, although she was not actually blowing. Like, you're not doing it. It looks like you're doing it, but we can tell you're not.
Oh, and I immediately thought of her that it was her ass.
What?
Well,
that they had put something up her asshole.
Sometimes in the middle of a sentence we'd take a break and we'd make a thought, and he said the breathalyzer, and then there was a beat, and then he said spread her cheeks.
blew up her cheeks.
You're right.
She
Right?
She
And I
expanded
was
her
like,
cheeks.
holy,
She farted a
what did she do?
.81. She did fart.
That would be amazing.
I couldn't. At this point,
You'd
couldn't
be
you see
really
Nicole
drunk.
being like, "Let me show you where we're putting this breathalyzer"?
Yes.
Like, would you be
Yes.
shocked?
I
No.
would not be shocked.
And she would still blow out her actual mouth cheeks and then stick the thing up.
She would still be my hero.
She did not complete the test and refused to sign an implied consent warning. The deputy then wrote in the report, quote, "After this, the defendant then removed her right breast from her shirt and completely revealed it to the camera and the jail staff." She's hitting for the cycle.
She's
tonight.
done everything she can.
Just
Yeah.
like Jesus.
Just like Jesus.
That's what
did.
Jesus
did.
Whip it out.
He was often shirtless. That's
He
true.
showed
Right.
everybody everything.
Yeah.
Showed a little too much up
She's
on
going right tit. That is where she's bringing the night. Mittner was booked on charges of driving under the influence, battery on a law enforcement officer. They got her on that shoulder slap.
Come on, man.
And
That is the
resisting an officer. We're going to get out of here on this. I'm going to ask our guests. How old is Nicole Ann Mittner?
How old do you think she is?
Now,
Knowing
you
what
can-
you now know.
You can go first, second, third, fourth. You can pick wherever you want. You are our guest.
You guys can go first. If
What
you
does that
want.
mean?
You get to guess the age.
Randy,
We're all
we don't
guessing.
know.
Oh.
This is a game we play
I'm going
called
to
Guess the
say
AG.
47.
47 years old.
I'm going to say 33 because
33
I
from
feel like
Jesus' age.
Yeah.
Died.
Yeah.
I thought he was 31.
33.
33. Okay,
called the
33.
He used to
Jesus
tell
year.
his friends 31, but he was 33.
Yeah, and that's why you can have something called the Jesus year.
He could play-
in your life, right? Like when you're a guy, you're like, okay,
Yeah.
this is my Jesus year.
It's
like
my year to die.
And then you're like, what did I do with my life? He's already done so much, and you're just fucking working at Office Depot.
That's right. Hey. But you are working the register, so you are helping the money changers.
That's right.
33 from Jessica.
I'm going to say she's 27.
Jason says 27.
Her Saturn's just starting to return.
You're just hoping she's 27 so that in your mind's eye, that left boob she whipped out is
Yeah.
still kind of firm and not real floppy.
Doesn't go too far
Doesn't
down.
go too far down.
I'm going to say 41. This is a
41?
woman who's like dealt with 40 for 47,
Just
47,
1 year?
33. 1 year, and she's like, I can't take it.
No,
anymore.
40 is when things get good for a woman.
Maybe.
Maybe. All right.
Okay.
What are we?
2 things I'm going to tell you. One of you is only 2 years off.
Wow.
She's 35.
She's 25.
And then after I say it, I'm going to spin this this computer around. You're going to see
Don't
her.
spin your camera
Oh,
around because I'm
no.
not taking my titty out.
Hey. All right, Wampler. Jesus.
You ready?
I'm following for that.
Nicole
Ann
and
Mintner.
Mintner.
Yell at your transistor radios.
Get your answers in now, townies. Play along
Like,
at
do you
home.
realize that like everywhere people who are listening to this podcast are just yelling at wherever they are at
Yes.
work, yelling
Like
at
someone
someone at work is
Yeah.
like 36.
Yes.
She is 45 years old.
Oh,
And look at her.
Oh, no.
But truth be told, I have her haircut right
And
now.
I had that bathing suit when I was in the 9th grade.
It is a little bit tie-dyed, a little bit Zubaz.
Doesn't she look like her expression is like, guys, we're really arresting me?
Okay.
After all the time, after all the fun we've had together today.
I kind of
Seriously.
love her now. I'm going to say
I
something right now.
loved her throughout the entire thing.
I love everything about her now. I will say though, like Randy and I are 46, almost 47. Like when we were little kids, that seemed like, oh, that's so old. Like that's
Right.
a really old person. Now I'm like, that doesn't feel old at all. When I look at this one, I'm like, that's
old.
45. She's younger than us. She's 2 years younger than us. That's
Wow.
a
She
45
needs a
year old
couple
woman.
chemical peels.
Yeah.
Couple to reveal it.
Those are palm trees on that bathing suit, right? And
they
we just
really?
pick it. I think that's what the
Palm
pattern is.
leaves.
Yes.
Could be.
Wait, was she in a bathing suit? Do we know that, or is that a
I'm
tank top?
hoping.
That'd be awesome if she
Bathing
was in a
suit with
one-piece
shorts
bathing
over it.
suit. Yeah.
And I hope she also throughout the whole night was like, for the record, I
Yes.
was trying to sleep with my hazards on, and you guys caused all this.
Yeah.
I agree with this.
I had my sunglasses on.
Why
asleep.
is it illegal to go to a construction site at night and take a nap? Like maybe she needed to get out of
Was
her
she
house.
she wasn't charged with trespassing.
Nope, I
Nope.
didn't say that.
She just took
So
her car.
and this is the
car
town
was
where
on.
not a lot is happening.
Right,
that this
right.
is what they're choosing to deal with.
They definitely called for backup.
Yeah.
She took her breast out as Jesus. Do unto others. Let's just for a second look at her top and just understand she was wearing socks with that outfit. That's
Yeah, and that's that is an arrestable.
She should be arrested for
Arrestable
that.
You got
offense.
it. We're back on the other.
They're
Okay.
back. Okay, there you go. That's the
Yep.
first story down in
Yep.
the books. We'll take a break. When we come back, we got 2 more stories. Jessica St. Clair and Lennon Parham, 2 of our favorites, are with us on Dumb People Town. Stay with us.
Working remotely can be a challenge, especially for teams that are new to it. How do you deal with your work environment being the same as home while staying connected and productive? And then there's your newest coworker, the cat. Well, your friends at Trello have been powering remote teams globally for almost a decade. At a time when teams must come together more than ever to solve big challenges, Trello's here to help. Trello, part of Atlassian's Collaborative Suite, is an app with an easy-to-understand visual format, plus tons of features that make working with your team functional and just plain fun. Trello keeps everyone organized and on the same page, helping teams communicate, focus, and connect. Teams of all shapes and sizes at companies like Google, Fender, Costco, and likely your favorite neighborhood coffee shop all use Trello to collaborate and get work done. Try Trello for free and learn more at Trello.com. That's Trello.com. Trello.com.
Hey guys, welcome back to Dumb People Town. We are back. What else can people watch and listen to? They can listen to your amazing podcast, which is called WOMP It Up.
You can go and listen to, what's nice about having our show canceled is nothing. After doing the best work of our lives.
It was.
But
It's really one of our
It is
favorite
so
things.
good.
Phenomenal.
you're so sweet. And you guys were so funny. You
Holy
you
cow.
played the customer.
You mean the way we bullied you guys into like putting us on the show?
No, we already was
but
going to
then
do
we
it.
wrote- but then we
wrote you a
chose it.
full episode.
You wrote
and we
beautiful.
put ourselves in a hot tub with you.
Oh my God.
Put you in those robes,
Heaven.
matching
We
robes.
had to sit in a hot tub that
Oh,
was not
God.
hot.
Or
it
bubbling.
was or bubbling.
All
and
of
it
our
was
knees touching.
filled with bugs. And yes, if you want
It
to
was the most
feel
fun ever.
creeped out,
It was
you
Yeah.
want to get into a hot tub
A small one with
in
no
the
bubbles.
middle of day with
And-
40
and
people
it's
watching.
not a
you.
sexual thing,
Filming
and
it.
you keep feeling someone's calf
And
or
we-
their
Or
knee
But
or
our-
their
Also,
finger.
Remember, we kept floating up.
Yes,
like we were
yes.
on-
I kept floating it because we were on the thing.
We were on these like milk
Apple
cart
box.
But
crates.
then
Yeah,
suddenly the whole game for us was, can we make Lennon laugh? So what can we do to make Lennon bust a scene?
So
and
we had
ruin
to
it?
sit in it longer because when you
Oh,
see the
man.
bloopers of it, and you can find those bloopers online.
Yeah.
Oh my
yes,
God.
I'm just like, Lennon, at one point I go, think of something sad like a dead grandmother, Lennon. I'm so sick of this shit. Because you guys kept popping these frozen grapes in your mouth.
Why did you have frozen grapes? Was that your choice? I can't
we might have
remember.
asked for it, or they
Tupperware.
might have given it to
In
us.
a
I think.
Tupperware.
And you kept saying,
Get
get
up
up.
all in that grape, my brother.
Oh my
brother.
God! My brother really put
Anyway,
it over the edge.
everyone needs to watch that. But
But also,
the nice
too,
thing
you
is,
kept doing those dance. Remember when we did the dance moves? When
Yes.
there
We
was
were
a
at the top
part
of the dock.
Yeah, there was
We were
a
at-
part
on
where
the-
you had to like
do like an
Do a
instinct
dance.
dance move. It was so dumb. And then and it's great to put twins in matching outfits as adults. That makes people
Oh, my
feel so
God.
sick.
was
But
so
the
stupid.
great thing is that people are discovering, like people who, they never promoted our show. So we are getting more viewers now from like people on Twitter or texting each other like, hey, you should check out this show.
Absolutely.
And so they're finding it on iTunes or Amazon.
It's great.
And then also our first series we did, which was also canceled after 6
But
episodes.
amazing.
Best Friends Forever. They're going back to the canon,
Yeah.
I
Come
can
on.
find it. That's great.
You may
Well,
only have
I think it's
21
still on the
episodes, but-
USA Network app. If you have cable, you can like watch
All right,
it.
let's get into a
You wanna
second
do another
story.
one?
Let's
Yeah,
do another
let's do it.
story.
Here we go.
Shall we?
This was sent in by Perla at PX Caballero.
Love this lady.
Caballero.
I do love this lady.
All right. Thanks, Perla.
Thanks, girl.
Here we go. Saturday was Jacob Kaczynski's big day. Sounds like the story of a Southside Chicago boy just trying to make
Or like
The beginning
Mark
of a
Wahlberg.
children's book. Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg has optioned this.
This is about a bar mitzvah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
You guys,
his,
my dad?
his whole family, many from out of town, saw the Charleston, South Carolina student graduate from his Christian-based homeschool program.
Oh,
with
he
a-
homeschooled college?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't
No,
know-
high school.
Oh,
High
high
school.
school.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Like my daughter's in a gymnastics program, and it's really competitive. And there are some kids on the team that go 25 hours a week.
Yeah.
Some go 40 hours a
What?
week,
What?
and they get homeschooled.
It's the only way you're going to make it to
It's
the
my
Olympics.
own, and they won't. None of these kids are making
Yeah.
it. I want to
Try
tell
and get a
all the parents
scholarship
and
for
everybody
the
else,
Waste.
you are not making it to the Olympics.
No, and
Can they get a scholarship, though?
Maybe.
You might get some
Maybe,
free
but I'm
college?
like, it's a lot to do. Think of how much you do for your kids. It's a lot to then
too
plan
much.
a curriculum.
No.
Never.
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 Well, he graduated from his Christian-based homeschool program with a 4.89 GPA.
Yeah, because
Okay.
your mom's
I
fucking
know.
grading it. They're like,
Test.
What's
if I
the
was grading
curve?
my daughter's things, I'd be like, you
It's the
tried
best.
A plus.
You're the best.
Look it up.
With the
too.
coveted honor of summa cum laude.
Sure.
Yeah, right? It's everything in
None
this.
of this matters.
Right. It's all in your own house.
Yeah.
His mother, Kara Kaczynski, organized a graduation party for her 18-year-old son. For the occasion, she ordered a cake online from the nearest grocery store, Publix,
Yeah, we know them. We know Publix.
which
Love
lets
it.
customers.
It's a Florida-based supermarket.
Yeah.
or
which lets-
East Coast.
we've had a lot of instances.
Lot of instances
At a
that
Publix.
started
Yes.
in a Publix
In
party.
this
sense.
show, yeah, oh yeah.
Side note, the sheet cakes at Costco, fucking great.
Oh,
Remember that?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because
we went
they
to
use
a
all the
graduation
chemicals.
going away party, Lennon, and remember that cake?
Costco
It's delicious.
cake.
Nick
Anyway.
Kroll had a great joke once on Twitter. He's like, show your girlfriend you love her. Buy her a grocery store sheet cake.
That's
Yes,
it.
and that's true. If it's from Costco, thank you.
Or
Ralph's is
Ralph's
pretty damn
or
good, too.
wherever.
Yeah.
Like a
Birthday
Publix
cake.
cake because they put in all the bad stuff you're not supposed to use
Yes,
anymore.
they do, and you want to eat it.
Yes,
All right,
right.
go ahead.
Well, Publix lets customers build their own cakes, complete with customized inscription, which they enter into a little message box.
I can see where this is going.
Kaczynski said she was so busy preparing things for the celebration that she sent her husband and her sister to the store to get some last-minute items and pick up the cake. My favorite part of every party is the person who is yelling at people to help them do something for this party before it starts.
We have so much to do. No,
and then one person's like, "You guys got ice, right?" God damn it!
There's always like the one I was like to Lennon. Lennon had to you had to get a surgery. And I was like, please let me help you with your daughter's party. And I felt so good about myself. And then, literally fucked up every single thing on the list. 5 minutes before the party, I'm like, I didn't get cups!
Cups.
Losing it.
Cups is a big one.
Cups! Why don't you get cups?
Because you don't think of it in the moment.
You know what I hate at every party? Graphic napkins.
Why do
just get some goddamn paper towels. Those, they're colored.
They're not good. They're not absorbent.
They don't absorb. And you're like, here, do you want these with cake and ice cream? Two things you definitely need to wipe your mouth or hands off with it, because they will do nothing for you.
No, we're just going to put the cake and the ice cream on it. Is
well,
that
how
cool
about
with you?
this? Lennon had an ice cream cake debacle, which you cannot get a large...
No, because I wasn't in charge of it, again, because I had had 5 days earlier a spinal surgery, which didn't allow me to... And I also was on Norco, and I was just acting like Jesus.
But
we're used to Lennon taking care of
the
everything.
reins,
So when we had to take the reins,
this
Jesus
is an
take the
example
wheel.
of you, right?
So a Baskin-Robbins cake showed up at our house, and it did not fit in our freezer. So then we had to maybe cut off a section of it or cut it in half. Then there was maybe we were going to turn it at an angle, and I'm just standing in the corner like I can see, but nobody can hear me or something. Anyway, we finally decided we're going to cut off the side. I watched Jennifer and my mom slicing it open, and then my husband walks in and he goes, they spelled it wrong.
Was happy birthday?
Happy birthday.
So it didn't. So why are we trying to preserve a cake that is fucked up
There's
anyway?
some gay guy's birthday party in West Hollywood who's like, why is it? I said birthday.
Where is my cake? This is supposed to come in a
How do you
245-pound man.
the thing that you write every single cake?
Yeah.
Birthday.
B-A-I.
No.
R.
Birthday.
B-E-A-R is kind of cute.
No.
That's the old English way of saying
B-A-I.
it. Ye old birthday.
Hey, happy birthday.
Anyway.
What'd you do?
Well, we had another cake.
But you cut it up. You brought it. It still tasted delicious.
That's the only thing people ate. Nobody cared what it looked like.
Right.
We blew the candles out on the other cake, and we cut that one up and ate it.
Just put that cake and faced into the corner, and it was called the Bear Witch Project. All right. At Sklar Brothers, send all your heat to me. Okay, go ahead.
When they returned from the store, that's her sister and her husband, everyone gathered around the cake. It's an old-time radio in the 40s?
Yes.
Looky here.
Everyone gathered around the cake. When they opened the box, there it was. Congrats, Jacob. Summa blank laude, class of 2018.
C-U-M.
Publix did not want to write that word on a cake and left it out because they viewed cum as to be a bad word. Publix was like, does that mean someone at Publix doesn't understand what summa cum laude is?
100% they don't.
So they're like, I'm not doing this sexual Latin.
It didn't say summa cum loudly. It said summa cum laude.
Publix was like, no.
So they must have thought it meant summa cum. Gonna get summa cum.
Somebody named Law. Somebody's like, summa cum and law.
Yeah.
I have no.
Summer coming.
Having a blast.
There's a rape in that song, right?
Yeah, 100%.
There's a rape in that
They
song.
literally asked, did she put up a fight?
Yeah.
That's some dark.
I would
guys,
then return that with,
she
do
didn't.
most women put up a fight?
She didn't.
She did.
She gave in.
Summa blank laude, class of 2018. Jacob was, quote, absolutely humiliated. Pump your
Come
brakes.
on, man.
Easy though,
Right.
bro.
You
What
think
did he
you think
do?
an 18-year-old gives a shit?
No,
that
this,
when
but
he's
Dan,
gay?
this is why
get shit for
Yes,
the other
you do.
seniors in your school.
This is why you need to go to
But you're not, because nobody was at your party because you were
You're the only one
homeschooled.
there. This is the problem with homeschool. When you go to a high school, someone calls you dirty Jew and stuffs you in a locker. Oh,
Whoa, I hope not.
that happened.
That
to us.
happened.
But then you don't care so much if it doesn't say "cum" on your cake. So like that, you know what I mean? Like that's
You call, yeah, we wanted cum on our cake
Yeah.
and we did not get it.
There's not there
Happy
was no
birthday.
cum on.
You're in line behind those people. You're like, they have a much stronger case than
They're like, why is this cake so salty? That's weird.
you ordered it, ma'am.
Yeah.
We did not order vanilla.
Wait, does
Nobody
this
ordered
mean
a
that this
clear
kid
cake.
is also valedictorian?
Yeah, he is.
He's also most popular. He's everything. He's
Unless
the
his
homecoming
sister got a
king.
4.9. Nailed
He is
it.
most
That's
likely
what she said.
is
I don't know what that means.
is most likely to move into the basement.
If you have, if any townie is
Yeah.
listening to this right now, and you are being high school homeschooled, or you're a parent,
Please write in.
Also, please make a yearbook.
Yes.
Yes.
The kitchen,
Just you
like,
playing Xbox. Like,
Yeah.
by the way, the joke's on us because they're having the time of their lives.
They
They don't have
are.
to sit through any of this shit.
There's
They get to go
also
on
like
all
a
these like
field
awesome
trips.
field trips.
Also, but any of those 3 people out there that are like, you guys are disparaging what is actually a true curriculum. This is a comedy podcast. Thanks for signing up.
Exactly.
Somebody will be like,
It's
this is all
No,
accredited.
By the way, we
homeschooled
don't
people are
know.
actually they graduate like
Yes.
higher IQ, more self confidence, like
They
everything's
learn more.
better.
They
Like
definitely
crushing
don't know.
gymnastics.
Yes, we just don't know. We don't understand.
So they say
much we
that
don't
Jacob was
understand.
absolutely humiliated, which I don't believe. This
He
is
was
what
not absolutely humiliated.
his mom,
Unless his
Kaczynski
mom
said.
never taught him humility when he
Yeah.
was a senior.
Right.
Yeah.
Quote, it was unbelievable. I ordered a special graduation edition cake. I can't believe I'm the first one ever to write summa cum laude on a cake. You're in Florida. You might literally
You
be
could
the first person.
Then maybe no one graduates summa cum laude.
Kaczynski said she then had to explain why the grocery store censored cum from Jacob's cake to, she had to explain it to, her 70-year-old mother while Jacob's friends laughed uncontrollably.
Oh,
It's a
no.
So the
great-
grandmother
great
will
moment.
not let it go. You tell me why it isn't on there. Okay, Mom.
Well, I like it's at least he has friends. I mean that's
That
the
is
first
good news.
Like that's the most
And they
shocking
got
part of
it.
the story.
And they got the
and
joke.
they got the joke.
Jacob
Yeah.
didn't
The
eat-
mom made a child who made another child, so she understands what cum
But
is.
isn't she also?
No, but she has to
the
be
euphemism.
like, what are the other things? You know, they have to have to
Okay.
go through the other list of names
It's
for it.
cum.
But here, wait. I
What
have
did
a
she
question.
call it?
Isn't summa cum
Yeah.
laude though for college? And isn't like valedictorian for
High
high
school?
school?
I have no
So technically,
idea.
he was the valedictorian of his class, or the salutatorian, but
That's
the
weird.
valedictorian.
Yeah. So summa cum laude is
Would
like,
they not
yeah,
put
No.
dick in the middle of valedictorian? Like, I don't understand.
They would probably spell it DICK
Valedictorian.
TORINAN.
Jacob didn't eat much of the cake, guys.
Oh, he
Because
was
it
that
was
mad.
covered in cum.
But his mother says the chocolate and
No.
vanilla cake was delicious.
Yeah, of
Okay,
course.
fine.
She
Props
Kaczynski
to Publix.
called Publix on Monday and explained the situation to the assistant manager. You want to go top?
You
I'm
gotta
sorry.
ask for the manager.
Yep.
The assistant manager is taking his time out of his homeschooling,
Yeah.
his high school home.
She said she doesn't want this to happen to anyone else in the future. Publix offered to remake the cake. This is now Monday.
That's
Publix,
crazy.
Publix is
No,
like,
give me the money back.
I'll take a remake on the cake. I'll do a redo on
We'll
the
do
cake.
a remake
That's
on
so
the
you
cake.
could do your secret like binge eating at late at
Yes.
night. You know, I have to eat it.
Or
It's
put
gonna
it
go
in,
bad.
Put it in the trunk, and then why do
Yeah.
you keep going out to the garage? Nothing, no reason at all. Just you come back and you're a little wired.
Then she said, "No, you only graduate once." Technically, not true.
You,
Well,
You can
from
graduate
college
multiple
and
times in your
graduate
life if
school?
you
Maybe.
want.
Hope.
Maybe,
Wow.
maybe.
Okay, I'm going to ask you guys. So they refunded her for the cake. How much do you think a summa cum laude Publix sheet cake costs? And do you want who wants to go first, second, third, or fourth? You are our guest.
This is
Len
like
and Jessica.
deal or no. What's Price is Right?
Yeah.
I wish we had people yelling at us higher.
They are. They are. We just
They're
can't
yelling.
hear
You
them.
can't hear them.
Okay.
They're all yelling at their.
Boy, I'm gonna just go with. You know what? No, I'm not gonna go with my.
What do you
first
think it
instinct.
costs in Florida for a graduation cake with your own message?
I was gonna say $11.99, but that seems extremely low.
High. Oh, okay.
Low. I agree. Low.
So whatever, I'll stick with it.
All right.
$11.99.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lennon.
I'll say $29.71.
Too
Yes.
high. That's too high.
Not specific enough. Jay.
Jason Sklar.
$42.50.
$42.50. Randy
Way
Sklar.
too high.
Yeah, no, I think it's $35.36.
Okay, you ready for this?
Yeah.
Townies, get your answers in at home, work, or wherever you are right now because, well, I will tell you, they also gave her a store gift card, but that is not factoring into this
Okay,
total.
okay.
They gave her a store gift card.
That's nice.
and
For
they-
how much?
It doesn't say. Probably 20. The amount refunded for a Publix sheet cake with an edited dirty message on it that you have to explain to Grandma totaled $70.
Oh, my God.
$70.
That's too much
I
money
understand
for
the
a
rage.
grocery store cake.
I understand the rage.
That's insane.
$70. And I showed you the cake. Does that look like a $70 cake?
Sure
No,
doesn't.
Absolutely
Maybe it's
not.
bigger than we think it is.
Yeah,
That's
maybe
what
it
she
is.
said.
There we go.
Yes.
Jacob,
She didn't
There
know.
she is.
She just said she speculated maybe.
Jacob can now laugh about the situation and is focused on getting ready to attend Wingate University in the fall, where he received a full academic
Where he's
scholarship.
How?
gonna fucking lose his mind.
Exactly, where he
Once
won't
he
know
has
how
to
to
fi-
function
No,
with other
he'll go
people. Crazy, and he'll just do every drug under the sun.
Yes.
Exactly.
Mother
He's
Kaczynski.
totally-
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say you always want to room with the homeschool kid because they're gonna go.
Yeah, I mean,
the most
I'm just
nuts.
gonna say it. He's, you know how the Amish go on Rumspringa?
Yes.
He's gonna go on a Cumspringa
No, gross.
You want to do it or you want me to do it?
at Sklar Brothers. They send all of your.
Quote,
Go ahead.
This is what we'll get out of. Maybe this is what, after further reflection, Mother Kaczynski says, maybe I should have just gotten him his favorite mint chocolate chip ice cream instead.
Yeah.
He's just,
Or maybe you should let him go to school with other kids. Yep. I love that. That's what you're regretting.
Seriously.
That's what you're regretting.
Don't
You're regretting
pay
giving him a social life.
$70 for a
yeah.
fucking sheet cake
Oh
from
my God.
Publix.
Someone's got to teach these guys economics. No one's teaching
Yeah.
economics in this
No,
house.
that's
the problem.
right.
I do think the name of the episode is now Cumspringa.
It has to be.
When we come back, just give us a little taste of our final quick story.
That's what she said.
Let's give us a little taste.
That's what Publix
Dan,
said.
what is it?
a man refuses to be robbed.
Okay, there you go.
All right.
Lennon Parham, Justice St. Clair are with us right here on Dumb People Town. Stay with us. We have one more story.
Hey there, Adam Conover here. Humans Who Make Games is my podcast where I sit down with the people who created some of your favorite video games and have the kind of long-form personal conversation we so rarely get to hear. We talk about how they got into the industry, what their favorite games were growing up, and what it's like working in the trenches of this century's greatest new art form. This season, we've got a whole batch of new interviews for you. I talked to Kim Swift from Portal, Alex Preston from Hyperlight Drifter, Anna McGill from Control, and Alex Beecham from the game Outer Wilds. Whether you love video games or you just love learning more about other artists' creative process, I can guarantee you're going to love this podcast. So, you can get Season 2 of Humans Who Make Games wherever you get your podcasts. Take a listen.
Hey guys, welcome back to Dumb People Town. Dan, take us home. These guys are, by the way, great social media follows.
Oh, yeah. Follow them on
Oh.
Twitter,
All right.
Insta, and the tweets.
Okay.
Yeah.
At Lennon Parham.
What am I, Lennon? St. Clair
At
Dodge.
St. Clair.
What am I? It's like something horrible.
It's at St. Clair _
Score Jessica.
There you go.
That's right. That's horrible.
Terrible.
Terrible.
At least it's easy to find.
Great.
Give
Here
it
we go.
Yes.
Sent in by Adam at 3chordme.
Great.
Sounds sort of like a Three Dog Night song.
Yes.
Here we go. Holland Township, Michigan.
Know it well. It's near Ann Arbor where we went to college. Yes.
All right.
Despite an armed man trying to rob him, Jared Kluting said he refused to give the perpetrator his Louis Vuitton bag.
All right.
No.
Is this worth fighting for later? It is kind of.
It is.
This is what we could video. People could just
Lennon
watch
took a sip and
Lennon.
almost
Louis Vuitton
did a spit
bag.
take. She took.
I don't know who this guy is, but I am on board.
Yes. He's definitely a RuPaul.
What's his name again?
Drag Race.
Jared
a video for
Kluting.
Cluting.
Yes. Jared Kluting.
Jared.
And when somebody apparently, when there's a gun involved, you do whatever they say, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what's-
yeah, yeah.
You do,
Right?
You don't start like contradicting when
No,
a gun is there. I don't care if Louis Vuitton is
Yeah,
involved.
you go where you do it.
I don't care if you are Louis Vuitton.
You don't run. You just do it.
You just hand it over.
Which I believe was Nike's logo.
Yeah,
gun
just
in the
hand
face.
it over.
When the gun goes off, you just
do
hand
it.
over.
Just do it.
do it.
Just do it.
Okay.
Don't video my fucked up face.
I couldn't see you
Don't
from
you
the side.
dare! My face,
fucked
I'm
up.
molting right now.
For the record, you've never been more beautiful.
I'm
you look gorgeous.
molting.
You look gorgeous.
You
and I threw
look
from the
gorgeous.
side.
You're in a silk shirt, a
I just
brand
have to
new
prove that you
flat.
guys are
A
here.
flowy blouse. A
Those are- you guys both have
boozy,
great
I'll give you
flats,
final cut. You can look at it at
a
the end.
boozy blouse. All right, Daniel.
All right.
Okay, you ready for this?
Yeah. So gun to him, and he's like,
Louis Vuitton. Louis V.
The
Who's this, Kanye?
The
What's
robbery
happening?
attempt happened around 5 p.m. Monday. That is rush hour robbery.
Yeah.
Outside of what kind
As
of
the
store?
victim walked along Riley Street, west of US 31 in Holland Township. This is just like residential
Okay.
home walking.
I'm gonna take my Louis V and I'm gonna walk on by the highway.
Walk it out.
Walk it out,
Walk
bitch.
it out. I'm gonna
Authorities
runway
say-
this shit up and down.
The would-be robber pulled a gun on Cluting, demanding the bag. Jared Cluting explained what happened when he returned to the scene of the crime for an interview on Tuesday, which means he was like, you guys want to meet back where it happened and I'll do the interview
Absolutely.
there? They were like, yes,
He
of
definitely
course.
wants to recreate it.
Yeah.
He's definitely into
It's
what we're
his
doing.
corner.
Yes.
It happened.
It's corner of the world.
It happened very fast. In one motion, he took the gun out of his waist belt, and with the other, he put a bandana over his mouth and pointed like, give me your bag. So he doesn't say it. Also, so the guy walks up, uncovered face.
That's crazy.
Then covers his face, like I'm doing
That's
now,
dumb.
perfect for microphone work. And then says,
Pulls out a gun.
doesn't
and
say
point.
it. Just
That's
kind
a-
of says, like,
By the way,
to the
that's
bag.
a lot of stuff. I give him a little bit of credit for getting so many things done in that quick instant.
Well, if you're going to approach someone, let's say you're the only two people, and it's 5 p.m., so it's well lit.
Very
okay,
well daylight,
You
yeah.
can't approach someone with
It down.
with it up,
oh yeah.
That's-
because people are gonna be like, "Who's that psycho with a
Yeah.
bandana over their
Right,
face?"
that's a good point.
So you gotta pull
this
it
is,
up.
This was practical.
Yeah, it
I'm just
was.
gonna walk down the street the way
It wasn't
this-
premeditated for
Oh,
sure.
so you think it just happened in the moment?
Yeah. He
Oh,
saw
that's a
that
nice
bag.
bag.
He had to have
Okay.
it.
You have that bag?
That's what we call Carrie Bradshaw pulling a Sex in the City.
It's an impulse.
Gotta have
An
it.
impulse holdup.
Jared says, quote, I was like, you are not getting my Louis Vuitton.
Yes.
I worked very hard for this and this bag. I worked very hard for this and this bag, and I've had it forever, and it means a lot to me. I wasn't about ready to relinquish it to some thug who was going to demand it from me.
A rich person wouldn't get it. A rich
Relinquish.
person,
No.
Relinquish.
Yeah.
A rich person would not understand this.
He
No,
did
he
work
did.
hard.
He
for
worked
that bag.
hard,
He
and he
works-
wants the fucking bag.
That's right.
Cluting said he paid good money for the bag and said it's a design that is no longer in production. Quote,
Oh, well, then he's giving more information
Well,
about
now
the
he's
bag.
saying, and it's a lot to say to a guy who's trying to rob you.
quote, I love Louis Vuitton, and I saw this bag long before. And do you think the reporter was like, we get it. The
Yeah,
bag is
okay,
very-
yeah,
bag's
I saw this
special.
bag long before I could buy it, and I saved up my money to buy it. It means a lot to me. It represents me. I wasn't about to relinquish my personal property.
Just a question: was this bag a meaningful bag to you?
Yes,
can't tell.
seriously.
No one can really understand how you feel about that.
Is there a moment where the robber, knowing now that that was the guy, if had he gotten the bag, someone would have said he went to Jared, like in that moment?
Yes. Yes.
Where'd you get that bag? Where'd you get
I went
that
to Jared,
bag?
man.
Okay, great.
To those who think he's crazy for not giving up the bag, Jared Cluting had this to say.
I love now it's about that. Now it's about the people who are like, you're an idiot. He now is.
He survived a robbery. I mean, he's a hero as far as I'm concerned.
Guys, hate is gonna hate.
That's true.
Hate is gonna hate.
Okay. This is what he had to say to people who think he's crazy. And if any of you can help me understand it, please do. As my grandmother would say, this is quotes. As my grandmother would say, if you're born to hang, you'll never drown.
What? If you're born to hang, you'll never drown. Meaning if you die by a hanging,
What?
you're never going to go swimming ever again.
As my grandmother would say, if you're born to hang, you'll never drown.
I will say this. I recently played Hangman with my son, and I was like, this is a violent game. Like, what are we doing here? We're talking about hanging a human being.
That's correct.
We're putting a human being's life on the line here because you can't spell out summer school.
Maybe he deserved it. Okay.
That seems like what's that horrible movie I can't see? Saw.
Saw.
What's the one where they have to play a game? There's some trailer that has scared the shit out of me where they're just like,
Is it-
truth or dare. Is it called Truth or Dare?
That's a movie.
Happy Death Day?
That's
That
a
one
movie.
scares me. That's a cake on that one. Anyway.
Is there ever a horror movie? You're talking about the horror movie, that one where there's like a little kid singing like a nursery rhyme in a creepy way?
She can't
That one?
handle any of
I'm just
them.
kidding.
That
That's all.
one, every single one.
If you're born to hang,
You'll
I don't
never
think
know.
it means from a tree, guys. I don't think the reference is.
I got my bag. You can pry it out of my cold dead hands.
I don't know how funny that is.
That's what he wants everybody to know. He said, if you didn't hear it, he said, I got my bag. In the end, I have no regrets and about how I handled the situation. He proudly carries his bag, now more special than ever. He says, I got my bag. You can pry it out of my cold, dead hands. Don't put somebody to that, Jared.
No.
Jared says he was not going to change anything about his way home, and if anybody has a problem with it, they can try to take his bag.
All right.
Wait, but so we don't know what the robber did.
So they ended up leaving, and then the cops find the guy 2 blocks away in a car, looking exactly like the guy he said he was.
And what is he doing? Taking a nap or something? I mean, what do you do? Drive
Sunglasses on,
Yeah.
hazards on.
He didn't know how to disguise
Couple Sutter
himself.
Homes cracked
Xanax,
open.
Sutter Homes on the dash.
There we go.
I
Is
love
that
it.
a show?
There's
That's
a
a
show.
We womped it up in Dumb People Town. How about that?
What would Wampler say about this show? What would she have to say about the behavior she witnessed?
Well, first of all, she would definitely take her she would have done every single thing that Mittner did.
but not drunk. But not drunk.
But not drunk.
She'd have
no.
just stone
She would
cold
have just
sober.
done it.
And
But
she would have ordered the cum cake. And
she would order the cupcake, and she
On
also would have
purpose.
refused, but it wouldn't have been a Louis Vuitton bag. It would have been her favorite pair of Umbros, which is the only thing she can put on her grimace-shaped body.
That is a perfect way to end this episode. Jessica St. Clair, Lennon Parham, thank you guys so much for coming
Thanks
to
for
Dumb People
having
Town. We
us.
love you guys.
We love you guys.
And oh shit, we got to get back to work.
It's a good show.